All right, today we are doing Worktext page 43, 44, and you need to really pay attention because you're going to be doing the same thing for homework tonight. Tonight's homework is 41, 42. You will need colored pencils to do it, okay? I think just your red, if I'm not mistaken. All right, what we're going to do first is we're going to do a little bit of review. So we're going to estimate and we're going to subtract. I think we've already estimated to the nearest 10 or the nearest 100 and added. This time we're going to subtract. Okay, so 78. Who's the boss?
The 8.
And the 8 would round to?
80.
80. So you need to put an 80. Okay, 52 would round to? 50. Because 2 says?
Stay the same.
Alright, sorry, I'm having issues with my pencil, my stylus. There we go. All right, then very easily in our heads, we can think what 8 minus 5 is. So we know that 80 minus 50 would be 30. Yeah, I do not want one person answering. I want you all answering. So everybody out there, wake up. Are you ready? You already wrote this?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to do the real thing. So 8 minus 2 is?
6.
And 7 minus 5 is?
2.
All right. Now, the next one we're going to round to the nearest 100 because it is your hundreds. They're wanting us to round to the nearest 100. So, who's the boss now?
The 7
says
go higher.
So we need to write
500.
And then 261, who's the boss?
The 6 is 10's combo.
And it says
Go higher.
So we're going to go to
300.
300. And then we know 5 minus 3, so 500 minus 300 would be?
200.
Now for the real one. 3 minus 1,
2.
7 minus 6,
1.
and 4 minus 2.
2.
All right, moving on. 394 minus 123. So, who's the boss?
The 9
9 says
go
So
higher.
we're going to go to
400.
400. And in 123, who's the boss?
The 2 and the 10's
It
combo.
says
Stay the same.
Stay the same. Now 400 minus 100 is going to be
300.
Now let's do the real problem. 4 minus 3,
1.
9 minus 2,
7.
and 3 minus 1.
2.
Now I want you to go ahead and look at the blue box. I'm going to grab my pointer so I can point at the TV. I don't want to actually write right now. We just want to look. All right, so we're going to show the renaming. We're going to show a picture of it. Now, we're not going to continue to show the renaming eventually. We'll just do the problems like we did with the addition. We showed how to rename by adding. So, and then we stopped and we just kept renaming without showing the work. Well, today, we're going to show it. All right, so this is what you do. We have 352 minus 137. So if you look here, you just see the 352. Why aren't they showing us the 137? Brantley?
Because you don't have to remove.
No, that's not why. Why did they have to show us both numbers when we were adding? Joey?
You need to know both of the numbers to add them both together.
Yes, you're putting them both together. Are we putting them both together this time? No, we're taking away. This is what we're taking away. We're not adding these two numbers together, so I don't need to show 352 and 137. 137 is what I'm getting rid of. So we're going to be crossing some things out today. All right, the problem is when you're right here, 2 minus 7, that's where you would start. Can you do 2 minus 7? No. If I only have 2 candies, can you take 7 candies away from me?
No.
No, I don't have enough. So now we're going to do what you call renaming. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do it backwards. This time you are taking one of these 10 sticks and you are turning it into ones. Now you already had how many ones?
2.
So you're just going to keep making 10 more. So you're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I want you to do it in groups of 5. So they already had 2, so notice they did 1, 2, 3 more to make 5. Then they did 5, and then they did 2 more here.
Yeah.
All right? And you're going to do them with red dots. I know that they made little tiny squares, but trust me, it will make your hand start cramping up if you're having to make these itty bitty tiny squares over and over. We're just going to do dots. So when I start doing it with you on your paper, you're going to see I'm just going to do dots. Just like for these, I only made sticks. And for these, I only made a square, right? We're going to keep it simple. Okay? So now that we took that 1 10 stick and turned it into 10 ones, they already had the 2. Now we have 10 more. 10 and 2 is what?
12.
12. Here's the 2 they had, and then we made 10 more, so that's 12. Do you guys see how they took the 2 and turned it into 12?
Yes.
Now, pay attention to this. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and turn it into 12 by putting a little 1 here. Because to me, why should we have to cross this out and write 12 above it? We already have a 2 right here, don't we?
Yeah.
Can't we just put a little tiny 1 in front of it and make it look like 12?
Yes.
So that's what we're going to do. The other thing you had to do was you had to cross out the 10 because you had 5 10s. Well, we took this one and turned it into 1. So you have to cross it out because now you don't have 5 anymore. You only have 4. So they cross out the 5 and it does become 4 because you only have 4 10s now. Because one of them got turned into 1s. So we're doing it backwards, right? All right. Now we're ready to subtract. So right here we have 12 ones and we are going to cross out 7 of them. And that's what they did. They crossed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it left them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12 minus 7 is 5. Then you have 4 10s left and you're crossing out 3. We're subtracting 3 and that's what they did. They crossed out 3. Do you guys notice they crossed them out with little X's?
Yes.
I need you to cross them out with little X's. Okay? You need to do what I'm asking you to do. You're going to make them be dots and you're going to cross them out with little X's. That means you need to leave them spaced enough that you have room to cross them out with little X's. All right, the last one is the hundreds. So you have 3 hundreds and you are subtracting 1, so you cross out 1. And that leaves you with your answer, 215. Because you have 2 hundreds, 1 10, 5 ones. That's our answer, 215. All right, so that's how it works. You guys ready to do it on your own? Not on your own, but with me? Now, the thing we're going to have to do is they have written the problem the wrong direction. So the first thing you're going to have to do is write it right here, 243 minus 27, like that. We're going to put the answer here when we're done, but you need to write it over here like this, in front of the problem. And you need to leave a little bit of room up here for when we have to cross out and change it and change this one, etc. All right, so the first thing we're looking at is that 3 minus 7. Can we do that?
No.
So you are going to, I'm going to change this to a red. You are going to circle that last 10 stick. And I don't know why it won't stay. All right, and you're going to draw an arrow over here. And you are going to do 2 more here to make 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right? It's hard for me to do it, but you guys try to be as neat as you can. This stylus doesn't want to work for really precise little dots, so just do the best you can. So here's 3, and then you're going to do 1, 2, that makes 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you have 7, 8, 9, and 10. So far we made 10. This was a 10 stick and we have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, now over here we need to come. So now we had 3 and we made 10 more. So the 3 that were there and the 10 more makes what?
13.
13. So you're going to come over here and make that be 13. Oh, where did we get it from? Oh, I need to change back to my regular pencil now. Where did we get it from?
The 10.
10. So we need to cross out the 10s. Now we only have
Three.
3 tens. So I'll cross out that 4 and above that 4, make it be a 3. Like that. So where did we get this? We got it from the tens. So cross out the tens, we turned it into ones. Okay, we made 10 ones out of that 1 10 stick. So now we only have 3 10 sticks. Raise your hand if you do not understand. All right, Dane, can you subtract 3 minus 7?
No.
So I need to make it bigger, right? So where can I get it from? I get it from my neighbor. My neighbor is the tens column. So I take this 10 stick and I change it back into ones. All right, so I made it be 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now I had 3 plus the 10, and that makes 13. Right?
Yeah.
So now I have a 13 in my ones column, which is weird, but I can subtract 13 minus 7, can't I?
Yes.
I couldn't subtract 3 minus 7, but I can subtract 13 minus 7. Where did I get these 10 ones from?
From the 10.
From this 10 stick. That's why I circled it and drew the arrow over here, because I changed it. Now do I have 4 10 sticks anymore? No, because this one got changed to 1. So now I only have 3. So that's why I crossed out the 4 and made it be 3. Does that make sense now? Okay. Now we're ready to subtract. So we're going to start with the ones column, 13 minus 7. So how many are we going to cross out? Hello? 13 minus 7. How many are we going to cross out?
6.
6. No. No. 13 minus 7. How many are we going to cross out?
7.
We're going to cross out 7 because we are subtracting 7.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you what the answer is, guys. I'm asking how many do we need to cross out? If we're subtracting 7, then we need to cross out 7. 7. Subtracting 7, cross out 7. So take your pencil and make little X's to cross out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very neatly. I do not want just lines. I want little X's for each individual one you're crossing out, just like what I did. Now look, how many do we have left? 6. Yes, you're left with the answer. And by the way, we made them with red, but we're going to cross them out with our regular pencil. All right, so over here now we know 13 minus 7 is 6. The thing is, you guys already did know that. If you were trying to tell me that you crossed out the answer, we're not crossing out the answer, we're crossing out what we're subtracting. There we go. Wouldn't stay. Now we're going to come to our tens. All right, so we have 3, because we changed that one. We don't have that one anymore. We have 3, and we are going to subtract 2. So we're going to cross out 2. So just cross out 2 of them, like that. How many do we have left? 1. So in the tens column, put a 1. We have that 1 left. We changed that one. We crossed out 2. That did leave us with that 1. Now we come to the hundreds column. We have 2 hundreds, and we are subtracting
0.
Nothing. So we're not going to cross out anything this time. And our answer is here in the hundreds column will be
260.
Okay, I was just asking about the hundreds column. So the answer for the hundreds column, 2 minus 0 is 2. So our answer is 216. And you need to come back up here. Okay, this is doing weird things. 216. Did everybody write it back up here?
Yep.
Once you get this answer, you can write back up there. All right. Grant,
I'm a little confused.
why? All right, well, let's go on to the next one, and let's talk it through again and see if you understand better. But you need to be listening to what I'm doing, okay? This is renaming, but it's with subtraction. You do it backwards. Instead of taking something and changing it to the next one, you are taking it and going this way with it and making more. What, Brantley?
It seems like you have to do a lot more stuff than when we were adding.
Yes, you do, because you have to cross them out because you're
Yes.
subtracting. All right, Grant, I want you to talk it through too. First of all, we need to write the problem going down, right? So right here, I want you to write 460 minus 118. All right, so Grant, you're gonna answer for me. Right here in our ones column, we have 0 minus 8. Can you do that? Okay, so you're subtracting 8. Let's say I don't have any candy. I have 0 candies. Can you take 8 candies away from me?
No.
No. Look here, do you see any ones?
No.
So can we take any ones away from that? This is 8 ones, right? Do we have anything to take away from? So we have to make there be something, okay? So what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and do this first, is I'm gonna take this bottom one here, and we're gonna change it into ones. So there were 6 tens, you see that? We're gonna take this 10 and change it into ones. So this 6 is no longer 6 tens, it is only, how many tens? 5. Okay, I only want Grant answering. Grant's the one that said he doesn't really understand it, so I want him answering. You just be quiet. So Grant, do you see that we're going to change this one into ones? We haven't done it yet, but we're going to, so we need to get rid of it. Now how many do we have left? 5. So cross out your 6. Actually, I need to change it to my regular pencil again. And make it be a 5. So the 6 tens is now just 5 tens because we're going to take this one and we're going to turn it into ones. Now, so using your red, we're going to make 10 ones. So we're going to make 10 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I want them in clusters of 5. So we have 10 ones. So see, we took that 10 stick and turned it into ones? All right, so you have 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now instead of having 0 ones, we have 10 ones. So we're going to take that 0 and we're going to turn it into a 10 by making a little tiny 1 in front of it like this. Now it looks like 10, doesn't it? All right, now we're going to subtract. Now instead of saying 0 minus 8, we're saying 10 minus 8. So we're going to come over here to these 10 ones and we're going to cross out how many? Grant? How many we're going to cross out? 8. It says minus 8, so we're going to cross out 8. Please stop blurting out the answer. We don't cross out the answer. We cross out how many we're subtracting. We're subtracting 8, so we cross out 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When we've crossed out 8, like they told us to, subtract 8, we are left with 2. And our answer, 10 minus 8, is 2. So underneath the ones, we're going to put 2. Now go to the tens column. We have 5 tens, and we are going to subtract 1. So we go over to the tens column and cross out one of them. And how many's left? 4. So underneath the tens column, we're going to put a 4. Now we're going to go to the hundreds column. We have 4 hundreds. We're going to subtract 1. So we're just going to cross out one of them. What in the world? Why did it do that?
Oh.
No, it didn't. It just went away.
There you go.
That was the wrong one. I poked the wrong one. No, where did it go? There, it went flying up some reason. I don't know why it went flying up like that. All right, so 4 minus 1, it doesn't matter which one of these hundreds you cross out. Just, I need to go back to pencil. Cross out one of them. All right, and 4 minus 1, how many we left?
3.
All right, so our answer is 342. Did that make a little more sense now? Okay. Now, in this section, we're not going to show pictures. We are just going to do the renaming. Everybody with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Did everybody finish doing this?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So here we have 672 minus 233. We're going to start here. 2 minus 3. Can you do that?
No.
So we're going to go to the tens, cross it out, and instead of 7 tens, we have 6 tens. All right, and we're going to give those 10 ones that we took from that 110 and give it to the 2. So 2 and 10 is 12. So we're going to make it be a 12. All right, now we can subtract because 12 minus 3 we can do. 12 minus 3 is 9. So put a 9. And 6 minus 3 is 3. And 6 minus 2 is 4. All right, so we're doing the same thing. We're just not showing a picture of it anymore. All right, move to the next one. 645 minus 317. We start here with 5 minus 7.
You can't.
You can't do it. Do you know what some of you guys do? Instead of saying 5 minus 7, you just say 7 minus 5 and put 2. You can't do that. You cannot subtract going up. You have to start at the top and go down. And 5 minus 7, you can't do that.
No.
You don't have enough. So you're going to go to the tens, cross out the
4.
and it becomes a 3. You took one of those tens away from it, and you're going to give it to the 5. So 10 ones plus 5 ones is 15. So we're going to make this be 15. You do it? Okay. And we're going to subtract. 15 minus 7 is 8. And then the tens, 3 minus 1 is 2. And 6 minus 3 is 3. All right, move to number 8. 760 minus 105. 0 minus 5.
You can't do that.
Can't do it. So go to the tens. There's 6 tens. You're going to take one away, so now there's only 5 tens. Turn those into ones. 0 ones plus 10 ones is 10. So just turn that 0 into a 10. And then you subtract 10 minus 5? 5. 5 minus 0? 5. And 7 minus 1? 6. Our next problem, 231 minus 124. 1 minus 4.
You can't do that.
So go to the tens. The 3 needs to become a 2. Because you're just taking 1 10 away from those tens. Those 3 tens become 2 tens. Add the 10 ones to the 1 1 and you get 11. So just stick a little 1 in there to make it be 11. 11 minus 4? 7. 2 minus 2? 0. And 2 minus 1? 1. Is it starting to make sense to everybody?
Yes.
All right, we're going to start here. 942 minus 418. We're going to start with 2 minus 8.
You can't do
Can't
that.
do it. So go to the tens, and we're going to cross out the 4 tens and make it be 3 tens. Add that 10 ones that we took from that 110 and add it to the 2 ones, and we get 12 ones. Now we have 12 ones. 12 minus 8 is 4. 3 minus 1 in the tens column. 2 tens left over. 9 minus 4 in the hundreds column. 5. All right, so our answer is 524. All right, I'm going to slide this up to this little problem. All right, it says the great black-backed gull has a wingspan of 63 inches. The ring-billed gull has a wingspan of 42 inches. What is the difference in the wingspan of the gulls? Now, when you are finding the difference, do you know what the difference is the answer to?
No. Is it subtracting?
Subtraction. The top number in a subtraction problem is called the minuend. So this number here, 942, is your minuend. 418 is your subtrahend, and the answer is called the difference. So when they're asking you to find the difference, you know you're subtracting. All right, so the minuend this time is what number?
63.
63, so put that on top. The minuend should always be bigger. Eventually, you're gonna learn something different. You're gonna learn about negative numbers where you owe something back again. But right now, your top number should be the biggest. All right, and our subtrahend is what number?
42.
42. And we need to find the difference. 3 minus 2. 1. We can do it. We don't have to rename, do we? And then 6 minus 4? 2. Oh, we've got to put the minus sign there. At least I forgot to put it. Put your minus sign. And then we're going to write it going across. So come over here and write 63 minus 42 equals 21. All right. Now, when you have a measurement problem, you look at the question, it says, what is the difference? Are you going to put 21 difference?
No.
No. When you have a measurement problem where they're telling you that this one is 63 inches and this one is 42 inches, what do you think the label's going to be?
Inches?
Inches, all right? Because it wouldn't make sense to say the difference is of the wingspan is 21 difference. That doesn't make sense, does it? The difference is 21 inches. So in a measurement problem, whatever the measurement is your label.
Okay.
All right. That is it. So now you're going to turn your paper over, and I need to switch to the other paper. And we'll do that one together also. All right, so we're going to start with 443. Notice this is 443. And they have written it in the right direction this time. If they're writing it going across, you have to rewrite it going down. Okay? So, we're going to start with the 3 minus 6. All right, so 3 minus 6, can't do it. So we're going to go to the tens. The 4 becomes 3. And we add the 10 ones to the 3 ones and we get 13. All right, so 13, well, let's show the picture of it first. So let's come over here, switch to my red. All right, so we're going to circle one of those 10s and draw an arrow over here. All right, so we have 3, so 2 more, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 ones that we added to the 2 ones. So the 3 ones, I'm sorry. We had 3 ones, we made 10 more, and that makes our 13. So we took this one, that's why it's only 3 tens. We took this 10, turned it into 1s. That's why we only have 3 tens left. Okay, now we're ready to subtract, so that means we're going to cross out. So we have 13 ones, and we are going to subtract 6. So cross out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it really doesn't matter which 6 you cross out, but I don't want you skipping around. I want you to do them in order. So not like cross out 2 over here and then a couple over here. I want you to go in order and then what's left. Now what do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 13 minus 6 is 7. Which most of you know that already without having to count them, but we're showing it. We're visualizing why does it work. All right, now we go to the 10s. We have 3 10s left because we changed that one into 1. And 3 minus 0.
3.
Okay, but what are we going to cross out?
1/10.
None of them.
None of them. It says 3 minus 0, so how many are we going to cross out?
None of
None of them. You're not going to cross out any of them because it says minus 0. So you leave them all. So 3 minus 0 is 3. But when we get to our hundreds, we have 4 hundreds. It says subtract 1. So again, you need to cross out just one of the hundreds. And that leaves you with 3. All right, this time we don't have to rewrite the answer because it's already going down. All right, the next one is 200. There's our 200. 60. There's our 6 tens. 1. 261. All right, so we start with our ones. 1 minus 7.
Can't do it.
Obviously can't do it. You see there's only 1. How can you take 7 away from that? So let's start by changing it first. Then we'll go back and write the problem. Alright, so we're gonna circle one of those. If you wanted, you could have circled this one instead and drawn an arrow over there, but I went ahead and circled that one. And we're gonna start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna add 4 more to that column, so I have 5 in that column. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 will go up here. So I want them in clusters of 5. So we already had 1, so we added 4 more, and then 5, that's 9, and then 1 more up there is the 10th one. So the 10 ones that we added plus the 1 1 is going to be what? 10 ones plus the 1 1 is 11. Thank you. So first we need to change the 10s because we took one of these 10s and changed it to 1s. I forgot to draw the arrow. All right, so 6 needs to be crossed out and it becomes a 5. Whoops, I forgot to change it again. There we go. So cross out the 6, now you only have 5 10s, and the 1 1 plus the 10 ones became 11 ones. So we have 11 minus 7.
4.
Oh, we gotta cross them out though. Cross out how many?
4.
No! You're not crossing out 4. You're crossing out 7. It says 11 minus 7. So we are crossing out 7. You don't cross out the answer. You cross out what they tell you to subtract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please do not cross out the answer. That is incorrect. It does not say 11 minus 4. Crossing out 4 is telling me that it said 11 minus 4. It says 11 minus 7, so cross out 7. It will leave you with the answer, and the answer is 4. Now go to the 10s. You have 5 10s left. You change that one into 1s. You have 5 left. 5 minus 3. How many are we going to cross out? 3. So cross out 3 of those 10s, and you are left with 2. After I crossed out 3 10s, I had 2 10s left. And then you go to the hundreds. You have 2 hundreds, and you are going to subtract 1. So cross out 1 and put the 1 that you have left there. Answer is 124. All right, how many of you think you're going to be okay to do this for homework tonight? All right. If we have opportunity, maybe I'll let you start your homework in class in case you have any questions. Okay? All right, so 170 minus 29, 0 minus 9.
You can do that.
Go to 7. 7 becomes a
6.
6. And the 0 now is a 10. Because 0 ones plus 10 ones is 10 ones. 10 minus 9. 1. 6 minus 2.
4.
And 1 minus nothing.
1.
896 minus 178. 6 minus 8.
Can't
do that.
So go to the 9.
Cross it out.
Cross it out, and it becomes a
8.
And 10 ones plus 6 ones is
16.
So make that 6 be a 16. 16 minus 8.
8.
8. 8 minus 7.
1.
1. And 8 minus 1
7.
is 7. All right, next one is 962 minus 715. 2 minus 5.
Can't do
Can't do
that.
So that's 6.
Becomes a 5.
And it becomes a 5. Cross out the 6 and make it be 5 10s instead. All right, 10 10s plus 2 10s is, 10 ones plus 2 ones is 12 ones. So 12 ones minus 5 ones.
7.
7. And now the 10s column, 5 10s minus 1 10.
4.
4. Don't add it, guys. We're subtracting. And then 9 hundreds minus 7 hundreds.
2.
Why did it do that? I don't know why it's doing that. I don't want it to do that. Stop doing that. Alright, let me just open it up again and see if that will be right, but it's not. I don't want to do that. I just want to do that. Please, leave me alone and let me do what I need to do. I don't know what I poked. There we go. Okay. Although I have a big long line on my paper now. There we go. Whew. All right. Where were we? 5 minus 1 is 4. 9 minus 7 is 2. All right. Next is 454 minus 338. Starting with 4 minus 8. So go to the 5 and
Cross it out,
and it comes off. No, it doesn't.
We know it becomes a 4.
Yeah, you gotta make it smaller, not bigger. If you're taking 1 10 away from it, it's not gonna become more 10s, it's gonna become less 10s. You take those 10 ones that you took from that 1 10 and give it to the 4 ones, and you have 14 ones. So change that to a 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 4 minus 3 is 1. Again. All right, now last one. 780 minus 147. All right, so start with 0 minus 7.
You can't do that.
So go to 10s. The 8 becomes a
7.
Now 8 10s is only 7 10s. And your 0 ones becomes
10.
10 ones. 10 minus, that should be crossed out. 10 minus 7? 3. 7 minus 4?
3.
3 again. And 7 minus 1?
6.
Alright, I'm going to erase that because I don't like that 6. I don't like it when students do it, so I don't want to do it too. Alright, now we're going to estimate. Estimate rounding to the nearest 10, and then estimate by rounding the nearest 100. Alright, so 59 would round to 60, because 9 says go higher. 31 would round to
30.
because 1 says
Stay the same.
60 minus 30 is
30.
Now do the real thing. 9 minus 1? 8. And 5 minus 3?
2.
Alright, go into the hundreds. 238. 238 would round to 200 because 3
The 3 says stay the same.
123 would round to
100.
because again 2 says
Stay the same.
200 minus 100 is
100.
100. 8 minus 3?
5.
3 minus 2?
1.
2 minus 1?
1.
Alright, the last one is 873 minus 355. So 873 would round to 900 because 7 says
Go higher.
And 355 would round to
400.
400 because 5 says
5 says go higher.
Alright, well, I don't need to write that line, it's already there. 900 minus 400 is
500.
And let's do the real thing now. 3 minus 5.
Can't
do
it.
Oh, good job. Can't do it. So go to the 7.
Cross it out.
Cross it out. It becomes a 6. And 10 ones plus the 3 ones is
13
ones. 13 minus 5 is
8.
8. Good. That was hesitant. All right. And 6 minus 5 is
1.
And 8 minus 3 is
5.
All right, that last thing you're going to do is just simple subtraction facts on your own, and then you may put your paper in stacks. And your homework tonight is very similar to that.